I want to get your take on something that your colleague, Congressman Adam Schiff, of course, is the top Democrat on the Intel Committee. Something he had to say. Take a listen.
The broad question is, how do you counter a president who repeats falsehood after falsehood after falsehood, that has the bully pulpit of the presidency to do it, and has allies in Congress who are willing to support that? And Martha, at the end of the day, there's only one remedy for that, and that is you need to throw the bums out.
To your point of needing to look forward, is calling your Republican colleagues bums the right way to move forward?
Well, I think Ranking Member Schiff's point is that if they are not willing to be open to having their minds changed about holding the president accountable, then their seats are going to have to be changed. You know, the problem here is that I think we've tried to be honest workers all along in this investigation, particularly the House investigation, and our Republican colleagues have either put their heads in the sand to look the other way, or they're rowing in the same direction with the president. And the American people are exasperated by the constant lies the president is willing to tell about basic accepted truths. I actually think, Erica, one day you're going to ask me to come on air and defend whether the sun really sets in the west because the president woke up one day and tweeted that it's set in the east, and it's just absolutely maddening.
I can confirm that that will not happen. but as we look at this, is this really leading by example when you're resorting to calling your colleagues on the other side of the aisle, or your colleagues, I should say, are bums? I mean, how is that really leading by example? How is that taking the high road? How is that moving things forward?
Well, what it is saying is that you're actually worse than bums if you're not willing to stand up to a president who is attacking a former FBI director, a patriot who served our country in Vietnam, like Bob Mueller. You're worse than a bum if you are allowing a president to cash in on the Oval Office and put Chinese workers ahead of the American workers when your company is taking a $500 million loan from Indonesia. You're worse than a bum when you're allowing your daughter to receive trademarks from the Chinese while you're executing trade deals. And so, I think he was probably being kind to them. People want to see a check on the president, but they also want to see us to put on his desk the things that he has said that he would sign that Republicans won't show the courage to do, like immigration reform, like an infrastructure package, like prescription drug reform, and like background checks. So I think people are pretty fed up, and they want to see people to start